Guess even people with money have problems.
Well, I guess rich people have their problems, too.
It was wrong for me to ask you over here. It was in bad taste.
Tacky is the word.
Tacky.
Never been accused of that, William?
Bold. And sometimes thoughtless. And sometimes too direct. But never tacky.
Trust me, I know tacky when I see it. You're in wonderful form tonight.
Is that a compliment?
An observation. I'm sure that you must be aware of it.
Aware of what?
Of just how obvious you are when it comes to my husband.
Would you tell Eric that I'm going to be in my office?
I don't deliver messages for the help.
The Forresters. I'm actually gonna set foot in the Forrester home. I can't believe it. Don't worry. You're still the one I want. In case you're wondering, I don't think she's necessarily committed to Ridge Forrester. At least they don't have a wedding date. Not to mention, her father is terribly, terribly rich.
Well, in that case, I'll turn gay and go for her father.
Where is Caroline?
Home, guarding her virginity.
By the way, you look better with your clothes on.
She's a lovely girl, isn't she?
Who?
Brooke, you were just talking to her.
Yes, she's fine.
He brings out a side of me that I never even knew I had. And I'm not sure I really like it either.
Well, Thorn and Ridge and... Where you guys pick up names like that?
Well, you'll have to talk to our parents.
She's after your brother.
Brooke? Whether you're way off.
I'm absolutely sure. She plays her cards very well. You mark my words. She wants Ridge.
And as a matter of fact, Kristen and I are becoming very close.
No accounting for taste, is there?
Well, I don't want to feel safe. Maybe Caroline does, but I sure don't. I want to take chances. I want my life to be full of exciting things, of unknowns. But if there's a chance, any chance, Stormy, that I could have Ridge, I can't turn away from that. Not now. I'm in too deep. I want Ridge Forrester, and I'm going after him.
Well, Caroline has very warm feelings about you and your family, and so does my husband. I probably would too, if I knew you better, but then that's really not likely, seeing as we don't travel in the same circles. Bill is quite a catch. Be wonderful. And of course, the nice thing is, he isn't married. If you're here to see either of my sons, one is married and the other is working. There's something about the face. Something familiar about this face. It's as though I know it. As though I've seen it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I was torn apart. I was trying to decide who to marry. I was vulnerable and I was confused. And I depended on you, and what were you telling me? Marry Thorne. Because you wanted Ridge. Caroline, you loved Thorne. That is not the point. I needed your help, and instead of helping me, you were helping yourself. How could you do something like that? Caroline, he was the man you wanted. You knew it. We both believed that. You manipulated me, Brooke. Your advice was self-serving. You didn't give a damn what I felt. All you cared about was Ridge and getting him for yourself.
Caroline, that is not true.
All those months I believed in you. My best friend. God, what a fool I was.
Caroline, wait!
I've been watching you. You are the consummate opportunists, you two. You and your mother.
Don't you ever call my mother an opportunist. She knew Mr. Forrester before you did. He was in love with her before he even knew that you existed. You had to get pregnant to take him away from my mother. Someday, some way, I will get even with you, Mrs. Forrester.
Well, it won't be by marrying my son.
Sometimes, Storm, we can greatly influence our own destiny.
I'm not ashamed of my body.
Neither am I, but I wouldn't go showing it off to the whole world.
Only Europe.
Only Europe? I love Ridge. And I really do think he cares for me, too.
I gave him a puppy once. He cared for that, too.
Hello, Mrs. Forrester.
Brooke. It's quite a ball of string. Well, certainly has a smile on his face. I wonder why.
I can't imagine. Someday, you're gonna pay for this, Stephanie. I promise you. You are going to pay for what you did to my mother. You are so damn self-righteous, controlling people's lives like you're some kind of god.
Oh, let's get the gender straight. Goddess. And let's say it's the goddess of Benedict Canyon. It's my little slice of heaven here. At least it will be when I get rid of you. And I am going to get rid of you. Sooner or later.
Sounds to me like she's jealous.
Well, that's the way she acts sometimes. But for what? I'm in love with Ridge, not her husband. Well, I just want to leave a message.
I stand poised with pen in hand.
It's my brother's birthday, and I'm going to be spending the night here.
Take the week.
Good to be back.
Yes, but then again, you know how much I love your home. Oh, good thing your mother isn't here. She would have jumped in on that one for sure. Unless you'd like to have a go at it, Caroline.
Caroline, these are your feelings. They are all that you have. You've got to acknowledge them. When a person refuses to accept their feelings, they are rejecting what is most human and unique. And when a person starts to do that, well, they just start dying little by little every single day of their life. Now, is that what you want? Or do you have the strength to embrace your feelings and let them lead you?
I really do want to become friends with Stephanie. I admire her. I even like her. She's my kind of person. But if she wants to fight me for Ridge, let her. I finally feel like we're on even grounds. She's Ridge's mother, and I'm his fiancé.
To take on me, then my mother, then Caroline. Hell, the only people you haven't taken on this house are Thorne and my dad.
Oh, well, give me time.
When are you going to stop pretending that you don't have feelings for me?
And when are you going to stop pretending that you're not married to my brother?
I know, I can't believe it either. No, Margo, I'm talking about the girl. That is Brooke Logan's sister. That's Donna Logan.
You're kidding. What would she be doing here?
I have no idea.
You know, this is all a little too coincidental for me.
Is it true? Has Bill Spencer asked you to marry him?
Yes, Stephanie, Bill has proposed.
Such a discriminating chap, usually.
I thought it was entertaining.
I felt manipulated.
Yes, may I help you?
Don't get your turban in a twist, Carmen. I'm expected.
I'm one of a kind, honey. There's no Brooke Logan anywhere else. But I'm sure you're aware of that.
Who's the right woman for me? Brooke? Or Caroline?
Do you know how long I have waited for this? You and your mother made my life a nightmare. But I got rid of her, and I'm getting rid of you. You know, contrary to what you believe, I am really not that possessive of Ridge. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send word out that Ridge is free and available. I'm going to find every beautiful, articulate, intelligent young woman in the state of California, and I'm going to invite them here. I'm going to have dinners and dances and parties, just the way we used to do before you came on the scene. You stole my son just like your mother stole my husband. Only I got the last laugh. There really is justice in the land, isn't there? Leave. I don't ever want to look on your face again.
I promise you, Stephanie, you're gonna pay for this. Someday, somehow, I am going to make you pay. I swear it.
It's the morning paper. There's a picture in here.
You came in here and interrupted us to show me a picture in the paper?
Sal, it's not just any picture.
I don't care what kind of a picture it is. I don't care if it's a picture of the Pope doing the funky chicken with Shirley Temple. I'm busy.
It's impossible.
I gave you a daughter, Stephanie. For over 10 years, I gave you a daughter to love. Now, isn't that worth something?
Gave me a lie. You gave me nothing, and I hate you for it. What do you really want, you evil bitch? You look evil. You smell evil. This room smells of it. It reeks of it. Oh, wake up and smell the roses, Beth. Did you think that I was placidly going to stand by and watch you systematically destroy my family? This is me you're fighting. I've spent 25 years of my life building a success. And in case you haven't noticed, a major success. Success. Strength. Endurance. That's what I am. That's what my family is. That's what Forrester is. Did you think I was going to let you come in and destroy my family without one hell of a fight?
Oh my God, what you have done to my family.
Oh, please, do not get self-righteous with me. Not after what you've done. You've lied. You committed adultery. You made my life hell as soon as your family came into it.
Get out of my house.
Gladly.
You don't deserve Eric. You don't deserve any decent man.
Why? Because I didn't give him to you? Because I did what I thought was right to keep my marriage?
Nobody does this to my mother. Nobody. Stephanie, you are going to pay for this. I swear I am going to get you for this.
Don't you call me brother. I am not your brother. You make me sick. Oh, and good luck with Caroline, Ridge. Enjoy the honeymoon. But then, you know, there won't be a honeymoon, will there? You've already consummated the marriage when she was my wife.
I'm just a valley girl. I wasn't meant for Beverly Hills. You want me out of your life so badly, but it isn't going to be that easy.
You are out of my life. You're so completely out of my life, I don't even give you a passing thought. And neither does anyone else in the family.
I doubt that very much.
Do you? Well, when you were out there, did anyone pay attention to you? Did anyone show any interest in you? Did anyone show any interest in even having anything to do with you? You're nothing to us, Brooke. You're a footnote in the family history. A year from now, we'll just shake our heads and wonder why anyone even took you a little bit seriously. And a year after, you and your mother will be long forgotten. I'm going to suggest that you do the same with us. Go home, Brooke, and talk to your mother. I'm sure you will. And when you do, I'm sure she'll be very supportive. After all, she went through the same thing, didn't she? She thought she could take my husband. She thought she could take my family. And I got rid of her. Just like I got rid of you.
If it takes me a week or a year or the rest of my life, I swear I will get you for this, Stephanie. I swear I will get you.
I will not, I repeat, will not use this pregnancy to get Eric Forster back. Pregnant or not, I am not going to interfere in this marriage.
I'm going to eliminate you from his life like you have tried to eliminate me.
Stephanie, I didn't take Eric away from you, and you know it. It was years of living with a manipulative, overbearing, conniving witch that caused him to want this divorce.
This marriage was over long before I even met you.
If that's really the truth, then why all of this secrecy? Why, Brooke? If you're really in love, why hide it in a closet? Why not bring it out in the open?
Because you have enough hate and venom to cause so much trouble, we had to keep it a secret. But you know something? I'm glad it's out in the open. Because I'm sick of cowering, I am sick of being intimidated, and sick of stooping to your level. You disgust me, Stephanie.
And you think I'm manipulative and conniving? I can't believe you. You got pregnant by my son, and within the same year, you're pregnant now by my husband, and you think I'm manipulative and conniving?
Get out of my house!
Oh, with pleasure. But you and I have a date, Brooke, in that courtroom tomorrow. You'd better be ready, because I certainly am going to be.
Thanks, Trish. I really think that'll be all.
Just a minute, Margot. I don't think your name is on the building.
I've been digging in the ground and putting in bulbs and seeds and young plants. They'll bloom for you in the fall, and in the spring, and in the summer. They'll just keep on surprising you. Like little messages from me. But you have to take care of them and water them, you promised me.
Of course, I promise, I promise.
Don't you see? That way I'll always be with you. Just like I promised I would. Just like I promised on our wedding day.
The cover of Ion Fashion and the article are both perfect, and so are you, Bill, for coming through for me the way you did. I can't tell you how excited my husband is about all this.
You don't have to. I can just visualize the egomaniacal fool.
Can you? Well, I can't deny he'll probably be a little difficult to live with for a couple of days, but that boy has a big talent, Bill. And I guess in this business, we have to learn to bend with the talent,
I'll leave the bending to you.
All this money, and you're down in the gutter bleeding like everyone else.
You should write romantic novels, Ben.
You're treating your sister like a child.
Logan, will you please stay out of this?
Maybe you want to stay out of this.
I don't have a clue. I just came by to give you some good news.
Good news.
That's right.
Brooke Logan dropped dead. May I borrow your husband for the evening?
You can have the whole evening. You can have an entire lifetime together.
When do I take you seriously?
Never. That's what I love about you. You don't let me be serious. I need that in my life. So don't take me seriously, Blake. Just take me.
What goes around comes around, Brooke. Your day will come around. And when it does, God knows you'll deserve it.
How have you been, Brooke?
I've been fine. How have you been, Blake?
Oh, not too bad. Can I get you something to drink? Darling, we have some white wine in the fridge, don't we?
Oh, I'm sure that Brooke wouldn't want any wine.
Yes, I'd love some.
On second thought, we don't have any anyway.
Well, I'm glad you believe in her. She's very lucky to have a friend like you.
Get out, Brooke.
I was just leaving. Goodbye, Blake. Nice to see you. Taylor Hayes, doctor of psychiatry. Or is that doctor of hypocrisy?
I refuse to be put in a position where I'm staying home alone every night, wondering what the hell's going on over there. Wondering if Dad's making inroads with Brooke. Circling like some vulture, picking at the bones of a dead marriage. Mother, that's just not me. I'm not like you.
What do you want, Stephanie?
Eric is very upset with you.
And you're hovering over him like a vulture.
Don't talk to me that way, Brooke.
Hello. I'm back. Here, Eric, try one of these.
Thank you.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hello, Brooke.
Brooke has been taking very good care of me.
Oh, well, she always was good at serving hors d'oeuvres.
Maybe I am more insecure than you are, Stephanie, but I didn't have the opportunities that you had. It's so easy for people of means to be so smug and so secure and find fault in the rest of us. You will never understand me. And for you to feel compassion would be asking too much. I'll get the baby and leave. You want Eric for yourself? He's yours. That's the easy part. Now all you have to do is get him to love you. Good luck. Yes, the trip you just came back from. Where did you go?
Virgin Islands.
Oh, were they still virgin when you left there?
Now, allow me to do the honors.
Please, don't be startled.
Well, you're that beautiful, are you?
You'll think I am.
Well, by all means, let's get to it.
You know, it's because you're a psychiatrist we can never see eye to eye on anything.
This has nothing to do with psychiatry.
Oh, of course it does. This is absolutely Pavlovian with you. You see conflict and you race over, practically foaming at the mouth to resolve it. I, on the other hand, can live my life with a little disdain, which is what I feel for you.
Ridge doesn't need me. He wants me. And he's going to have me forever, starting next week. I suggest you get used to that. And if you don't, you may not be welcome in our home, and I know that would upset you. Now, would you like to help me plan my wedding party?
I'd rather drink a glass of acid rain.
Oh, Miss Forster, hello. Hello, Shauna.
It's Sheila. You've tried it once before and it didn't work and it isn't going to work now. You know, for a very bright girl, you are very slow.
Will you please get out of here?
You did try and trap Ridge 3 years ago. You tried the same stunt with Eric. Only with Eric, it worked. He married you. And now you want out of that relationship, don't you? And so what does Miss Predictability do? Surprise of surprises. She got pregnant again. You'd make great breeding stock.
You'd be pregnant yourself, Stephanie, if you were young enough. That is, if you could find a partner.
My, aren't we witty today?
Well, you always bring out the best in me.
You know, you'd think that everybody in the family would realize exactly what you are. 3 times in 4 years. It's amazing. 3 times pregnant. You'd think they'd see through you. See you for what you are, just a tramp. You know, I don't like Taylor very much, but I will say one thing. That woman has more class in her little finger than you have in your whole body. Which brings me to the next question. Who is the father of the baby? Ridge? Eric? Or is it one of the delivery boys?
I have been intimate with only one man in these last months.
Well, that must be a record for you. Happy gestating. I've lost all respect for you. That you would use your body in this manipulative way, that you'd actually bring a little baby into the world in order to manipulate Ridge. You're a slut. And you know what? Ridge is going to feel the same way about you when he finds out about this.
You know, this is fascinating. A month ago, you were encouraging me to go after Ridge. If I remember correctly, your words were, "You're the only woman he will ever love." You were right. And now listen to you. Whatever works, huh, Stephanie? You really are a shameful human being. But I'm not going to resort to calling you names. I don't need to. I know where I stand with Ridge.
You know what? You're not funny.
You really thought you'd get rid of me, didn't you? Well, guess what? I'm back.
What is it that you're up to? I want to know what you're up to.
Oh, go suck an egg, you old witch.
Oh, I just love the way you shrinks answer your questions so directly.
Oh, you've seen other therapists?
I've seen a lot of TV.
But the problem, as you see it, Sheila, doesn't really involve you. You're not taking responsibility for it.
Who cares who's responsible? Damn, Stephanie, you witch. Can't you just leave me alone? This is the biggest opportunity of our lives, and you want to just throw it away? What are you gonna say? Sorry, guys, but gee, thanks. My wife won't let me do it. I know we're on the cutting edge of fashion, but you see, I have this very possessive, clinging bitch of a...
That's enough.
So what brings you by?
Christmas. I brought you a present.
A present?
Yeah. Now, don't be embarrassed about not having my present wrapped yet. I do understand. Anyway, here it is. I hope you like it.
It's ticking.
It's okay. It's just a clock.
Brooke and Ridge alone in the mountains. What a lovely thought. Merry Christmas, Sheila.
These children are nothing but a means to an end for you, and I know that.
I love my children.
You use your children. You always have. You used the first one to try and get Ridge to marry you. Sorry, you had a miscarriage. The second one, Eric Jr., you used to take my husband away from me. And now you're using this beautiful, brand new little baby girl to try and take Ridge away from Taylor. You're a slut, and any court in the land would agree.
Court?
Yes, court. And I promise you that's where I'll take you if you try and take Ridge away from Taylor. If you do, I'll let loose the wrath of hell on you. I'll make the pornography of your life an open book for everyone to see. And we'll let the public and the courts decide whether you're a fit mother or you're not, or if those children belong with someone else. I'm telling you, I will use every resource that I have, and I'll win. Because you've made it easy for me to win. You stay away from Ridge and Taylor, or I'll cut you into little pieces.
So, who do you think is going to be the father?
Well, I suppose a blood test could show any number of men, couldn't they?
I'm gonna fight you until that baby is old enough to vote. You're never going to have Ridge. Never. I know my husband very well. And I know all about girls like you. Sally, what are you doing here?
Is that any way to greet an old friend?
Old, yes. A friend, no. Surprised?
Well, no, I thought you were with Lauren.
I was.
How is she?
Well, she's not dead, if that's what you were hoping for.
Sheila is decent and open and honest, attractive.
Oh, God. I'm warning you, Brooke. If you have designs on my husband, you better forget about them right now.
You can't stop Rich from seeing me, Taylor. We're Bridget's parents. That is a very strong bond. One that you and Ridge don't share. So what makes you think you're so valuable to him?
I'm his wife.
So what? What have you given him? What, some companionship? A little entertainment in the bedroom? I have given him much more, Taylor. I have given him a daughter. I'm the mother of his child. The truth hurts, doesn't it, honey?
I got a big brain underneath this fabulous hairdo, you know?
Get out of here.
No, you're gonna listen to me.
Don't you touch me.
I'll do worse than touch you.
Oh, really? Keep it up.
You're pushing me to this with all of your meddling. You're some kind of a control freak, Stephanie. Well, no one controls Sheila Carter.
Well, obviously not even Sheila Carter.
Oh, Stephanie, you're dead wrong. There will be a wedding.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
I am through playing games with you, Stephanie. Do you understand me? If you don't stop interfering, you're going to regret it. Oh, don't push me, Lauren. Don't you make me hurt.
Sure you want to, don't you? Come on, Sheila, come on!
Bitch, I'll snap you like a twig.
Where is Eric? Have you done something to him?
Oh, yes, Stephanie. And then he did something to me. We took turns, actually.
Well, I can see you have something on that tiny little mind of yours. Why don't you just say it?
I'm through walking on eggshells with you, Stephanie. You're no longer the queen bee. Your dynasty is over. Your rule is finished. Say hello to the new Mrs. Eric Forrester.
Oh, I don't have a clue.
What Sheila wants, Sheila gets.
What are you gonna do? Kidnap Taylor and send her to Pluto in a space probe?
Look, she's milquetoast.
And that Ridge is an idiot.
Stephanie. Is this a bad time?
Yes.
Oh. Oh. Well, it's about to get worse. A whole lot worse. Why don't you take a seat? And while you're on the way to the sofa, why don't you close that glass sliding door?
Why?
Because when you understand what you've signed away, I think you might want to walk out on that balcony and take a nice, long leap. There isn't anything for you here. There isn't anything left for you. You don't have belief, you don't have Ridge. We have finally purged you from our lives. I don't want you to ever come near my home. I don't want you near my family. I don't want you near Forrester Creations. Do you understand? We're through with you. Everyone is through with you. This time, it's finally over.
Brooke Logan Forrester is nobody's fool. Nobody's. Well, what do we have here? The Brain Trust? But I caught you. I caught every one of you. And now you're going to pay.
Brooke.
Go ahead. Say what you're going to say. Or get down on your knees if you think that'll help. Go ahead, get down on your knees. Might as well get used to it. That's where you're going to be spending most of your time from now on. Finally, Stephanie, it is my turn. Yours is over. You're finished. You give me manipulation, lies, deception. Well, two can play this little game. Say hello to your new boss, Stephanie. You too, Eric. Ridge. You're looking at the lady who's going to control belief. And Forrester Creations as well. Don't stress out over this, Eric. Things could be worse. The two of you tried to bilk me of something that I legally own. You weren't honest. You weren't upfront about it. And now you expect me to be because it doesn't suit you? Shut up. I can't count on you. I can't count on Eric, and especially Stephanie. I can't count on any of you. I have to count on myself. So I'm providing for myself and my children. That's what I'm doing. I'm providing. You said that you were purging me out of your lives. Well, thank you very much. I consider myself purged. And you, Eric, the father of my child, Eric Jr., my former husband, my trusted employer, here's to trust. And you, Ridge, you're the worst of them all. You thought you were so clever by getting me to sign this contract when you were really in love with Taylor and not me. Well, here's to Taylor, and here's to you, and here's to all you friggin' people! You know, there's gonna be some changes around here. And you better be ready for them. You damn well better be ready for them.
If I knew that I was going to be stranded on a desert island, I wouldn't ask you to join me. Sheila, there's the door. The next time that you come over, please call ahead, and that way I'll make sure I'm not here.
It's a legal matter.
Yeah, well, of course, you're an attorney. To you, tripping over a garden hose is a legal matter.
You know what your problem is, Taylor? You've been spending too much time with Stephanie. You're already starting to sound like her. You better be careful. You may even start looking like her. You know what I don't like about you? About all psychiatrists? Their attitude, Taylor. Like they're all a little better, a little more together, sane than the rest of us.
You've seen quite a few psychiatrists, haven't you?
Hasn't everybody?
Maybe you dropped out of therapy a little too early.
Oh, I see. You assume that all of this is a permanent fixture, Taylor? I can tell you from experience, it's not. You have to fight for it or you lose it.
You fought for it long and hard, I can't imagine.
I'm not ashamed to admit that.
There's very little you're probably ashamed of.
She's not the first woman that I've had to deal with that wouldn't cooperate. I do what has to be done, Doctor. Whatever has to be done.
You're all gonna pay!
This is just crazy. I'm leaving.
Oh, no, you're not leaving, Stephanie. This reeks of you. It's got your filthy fingerprints all over it.
It was my idea, Brooke.
Oh, don't bail her out, Eric.
Listen, if you were the least bit trustworthy, we would never have gone to these lengths.
Oh, come on, Mother.
Oh, shut up, Reg. I've had it. I've had it with this whole mess. You understand? If you had a sense of decency, this would not be an issue. You morally have no right to that patent, period. But that's not you, is it? You tramp! You thief! You drive decent, fine people to do absolutely asinine things to try to get back what rightfully is theirs to begin with.
Oh, so it's all my fault, is it? You lying, cheap, cheatly, like an animal! Ow! Oh, you don't! I hate you! I want to kill you! You never have me! I don't believe you! Never have me, Stephanie! And you're gonna answer to me, Stephanie! Damn! Answer to me! Out!
Oh, my Fabio. It's gone.
This should be very entertaining.
$3.5 million? It's a lot of money. You really want to turn your back on that?
Damn right I do, Stephanie. The money means nothing to me. I'm in this for a bigger payoff. When I take control of Belief, I am going to have you exactly where I want you. Right where you belong. Under my
You know you're gonna need me one day, Stephanie. Maybe sooner than you think.
Oh, let's hope we're never that desperate.
I never would have put up with that when I was married to you.
Well, you're no longer his wife, and aren't we all happy about that? So why don't we just continue with the meeting?
Everyone, I would like you to meet Forrester's new executive liaison.
Sheila!
This is the beginning of a whole new Forrester. It is going to be every bit as successful as the last. I want you to make no mistake. No mistake. Starting today, Forrester Creations is mine.
Would you be kind enough to put that down, please?
Sorry. You're quite right. I suppose this qualifies as personal property.
You supposed correctly.
Well, I'm sure you'll find a nice place to put it. You don't know when to quit, do you?
I don't quit, bitch!
I have taken your abuse for 6 years, Stephanie, and I'm not going to take it anymore. It is payback time, and I intend to pay you back in full. I have something better than the Forrester name. I have you in the palm of my hand.
What you have, honey, is luck.
I'm here to help you move.
Over my dead body, Sheila.
Any way you like it, Stephanie. Any way you like it. This isn't easy for me, Stephanie.
Oh, please, you love it.
Still, things we love aren't always easy. This is a chance for me to use my talents.
Talents for what?
I'm a doer. I get things done, Stephanie. Let's say I just have a way of motivating people.
I'm sure you do.
You're baiting me, Stephanie.
I am?
To countermand an order.
I didn't realize that this was a military operation and that Brooke had been made a field marshal.
Brooke owns this company. She asked me to inform you she wants this office, so I am informing you, Stephanie.
Fine, you can inform her right back. I'm not leaving.
Why are you doing this to me?
Why am I doing this to you? If I didn't know better, I'd say I was in some sort of an insane asylum. What did you think I was going to do? Just lie down here and let you walk all over me? Come on, Sheila. If you can't take the heat, you shouldn't have stepped into the kitchen.
And yes, you're right. I am doing it for a man. And that man is Connor Davis. Not Ridge Forrester. Disappointed, darling?
Eric loves me. I do things for him, things that you can't even imagine, Stephanie.
I'm sure you do. Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
That's right, be cute. You're just setting yourself up.
For what?
Oh, never mind. That's all right, you can leave. I've got work to do.
Typing or filing.
That woman really loves to stir up trouble. Oh, and don't say I told you so.
You're just attracted to women that stir up trouble. With the exception of me, of course.
Of course.
Yes, I have a visitor.
One of the kids.
Close. My ex-husband. Sally.
Hello, Stephanie. Well, my, we're quite the lady of leisure these days, aren't we? Or did you just have a late night?
What do you want, Sally?
A new wedding date? A husband? A father for my child?
Well, good luck. Obviously, you're going to need a lot of it.
You tramp. We're going to play that game, are we? You know I love it when you talk dirty to me.
You lying, malicious bitch.
Wait a minute, who is that? Ah! Damn it! What are you doing? Get that woman! Get her out of here, Jack! Get her out of here! Get her out of here!
Whoa! Just a second.
But why is this happening to me? You're nothing more than a homewrecker, Stephanie. A common tramp that just wants to break up a marriage. You have no class. You're a frustrated rich bitch that just wants to make damn sure I'm as miserable as you are.
You'll pardon my honesty, but I'm new around here.
Spectra Fashions is on a rocket going right to the moon, and touchdown is going to be accomplished in one big, bold, beautiful stroke.
Is this a real photograph or a composite?
No, it's a real photograph, Dad, but...
What happened at the house?
It's not what you think.
Not what I think. It doesn't take a whole lot of brains to see what this is.
Mother was actually very innocent.
Innocent? Innocent?
Look, I was just reacting to something Brooke had told me.
Oh, I guess so. You're practically swallowing her here.
Will you give me a break, Mother?
Give you a break? You're on the front page of the biggest tabloid in this country? Didn't you think about the repercussions?
I haven't had time to
well,
think about it.
think! Because your wife is going to
Look,
see
it was a mistake. I admit that. But damn it, it was just a party we were celebrating.
A party? How the hell old are you?
Stephanie, wait. Now, come on. Let's just try to find a different perspective here.
To the cemetery.
Cookie!
Cookie?
Cookie!
We haven't had dessert yet.
You are trouble. Yes, you are. And you don't take after your brother or your father. And you are big trouble.
No, you are big trouble. I love you.
You see the ring in her hand there?
Sparkly.
Yes, it is. This ring means that James and I are going to be married. We're going to be husband and wife.
Me too.
You bled me, Rich. Drop by drop, little by little, until finally I really had nothing left. You completely drained me of all my hope and all my spirit. Hey, look at what I found in the kitchen.
Can I come see you up?
Oh, you're very welcome, sweetheart.
I know. Can you even imagine me a murder suspect?
There's one thing I've learned. You can argue with a lawyer, you can argue with a judge, you can argue with the Lord above, but you sure can't argue with your mother.
If you're gonna date this boy, I want to know who he is.
Well, I'm not telling you, and that's that.
Oh, no, that's not. That's that.
You don't think I'd make a very good parent, do you?
No.
Well, you're wrong.
Mother Nature willing, we'll never have to put it to the test.
I don't know, Stephanie. I really am rather fertile.
Are we talking ovaries here or imagination?
Gosh, you wear menopause so well.
Mother, I don't get it.
Say what you want and think what you want. But Ridge and I are getting married. We've waited for this for a very long time. And not you, or Stephanie, or Taylor, who rises from the grave, can stop us.
What do you want from me?
I want 1 month, that's all.
1 month of what?
1 month to try and put our marriage back together.
You threaten me like this, and you want me to try to make our marriage work? Are you crazy?
Oh, yes, it's just the way I like it. Rock hard.
I love Eric, Stephanie. And I'm not about to lose him to an old, used-up hag like you.
He has given a portion of his love to Brooke, and from what I can see, it is a very large portion.
You are sick. If you were in America, you'd be in a mental
I
hospital.
asked you a question.
Do you know what the most important thing is in my life right now?
You mean it isn't Brooke Logan anymore? My God. Is it possible that he... We never completely resolved everything.
You can go on back to your office. I'm sure you have some patients that are out of Prozac. I love Eric. Do you understand? I love him, Lauren, with all my heart.
That's really not saying much, is it?
I have been the keeper of your dirty little secrets too long. They have been eating me up inside bit by bit, and now it's time to air them out.
Oh, don't hold back, Lauren. Please. Why don't you tell me how you really feel?
Now I want you to turn, Brooke. I want you to turn around and realize what you're seeing is not a hallucination. Turn, Brooke. Turn around and look at me.
This is ridiculous. I'm calling the police.
Brooke, it's me. It's Taylor. I'm alive. All right, Stephanie. You want to know who I am? I'll show you. But be prepared for the shock of a lifetime. Before I do this, I want you to promise me something.
What?
That you won't jump to any conclusions. You'll just hear me out.
Oh, turn around and stop this nonsense now.
alive? Sheila, are you out of your mind? Are you nuts?
Hello! Hello to you all. And welcome. Welcome to Sheila's goodbye party.
Sheila?
Which is all the more reason I shouldn't be here.
Sheila!
No! Yes.
All I ever wanted